Hi and welcome to MyCTOfriend, the place where non-technical founders build successful startups by improving their technical management skills. I'm Amaury and today I'm going to answer a question from Olivier, the founder of a B2B marketplace. His question is, how do I know if developers are charging me the right price? Before answering this question, let's add a bit of context. Olivier has already developed a first version of his solution by using multiple freelancers. Throughout the process, he found it difficult to tell if a developer was overcharging him or not. In fact, that's totally normal, because developers' profiles are all different. They come from different backgrounds, with different skills and different project experience. So, they might require different duration to achieve the same thing. The usual way of charging for a developer is per day of work. You can think of it like each developer having his or her own work wheel. The size of it will be defined by the developer's experience, his skills, and his knowledge. The better the developer will be, the bigger the wheel. Now, developers usually charge per day of work. So, each day the wheel turns once. In the same day, a junior developer might move forward a meter or a yard, while a senior developer who has a bigger wheel will get further, like 5 meters. This is just a basic comparison to help understand. Nevertheless, project costs are much more complex than that. It also depends on having the right language expertise. In our analogy, that would be the specific type of tires for different terrains. But also having a good driver, so a good manager capable of providing clear specifications. And making the most out of your GPS using any possible shortcuts, for example, by reusing existing solutions. What I want you to understand is this. In order to find the cheapest way and the shortest way towards your destination, you need to build up a team. Don't compare developers to one another. Don't pick favorites, nor make examples out of people. For example, going up to one developer and saying, "Oh, you wasted 6 days in this, without any results, but he did it in less than a day." This might be a little exaggerated, but it happens all the time. And guess what? Developers don't like it at all. They don't like working in this type of management. If you insist, you might have to face a high turnover. Instead, make them help each other and find together the best way to move quickly. Build a relationship full of trust with your developers, but also encourage them to do the same with each other. Don't make them work against one another. They should work together towards the same goal. No one is going to know the answer to everything. Every developer has his or her own strengths and weaknesses. Basically, this is the case for front-end developers and back-end developers. To answer Olivier's question, there is a good methodology that has been developed throughout many years. And this is Scrum ProCare. A simple methodology where developers will evaluate a feature's costs and they are displayed once everyone's finished their estimation. I recently discovered a handy tool called scrumprocare.online, where each developer can vote in real time during the meeting, either on their computer or on their smartphone. The Scrum Master will be able to view the results on his board during the meeting after the votes. Developers can discuss it together and contribute in 2 ways. For example, I think there is a shortcut to develop this by using this tool or this tool. Or another example would be, I think you might underestimate this part because developing the chat also means that and this, etc., etc. So to conclude and to answer Olivier's question, ProCare Scrum might be the smart way to evaluate how developers are charging you, but above all, to enable at least 2 developers to find the shortest and cheapest way to develop a solution. Now, if like Olivier, you have specific questions for your project, just go ahead and ask on myctofriend.co/ask. I will do my best to answer your question by video or to redirect you to any existing content that will answer it. And also be sure to go through our other content on myctofriend.co to learn more from real growth startup experience and better manage your startup development. Waiting for your question, I look forward to seeing you in other videos. Cheers!